On another episode of The Movement. I'm here with my boy ZDP, you know what I'm saying? Better known as Zero Dark Phoenix. How we doing, brother?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well.
All
I don't see
right.
that. I don't see that. I don't see that you're live right now. Hold on. Are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't see that you're live right now, dude. I'm trying to go through and
Uh,
pull you up. Doesn't show. Oh, I see it now. Okay, cool. Okay, it just took a second. Let me introduce All right. Are you ready? Are
I'm
you are
ready.
you guys ready for the full on shindig event we got today? I got a treat
Let's
for you, man. And since you said it's an interview, I'm here
No.
in front of a hot dog stand as a hot dog, trying to go through and sell myself, and we are ready for action.
Yo, let's
We are
freaking
ready for
go.
action. We are ready for action.
Yo, this is the
We are
energy
ready
I'm
for
talking
action.
about. Man, I love it. I love it.
All right. We always like to have a fun time, man. I will say one thing I'm really big about is, making a fool of myself and everybody, when you're able to go through and do something like that, have people laugh, it definitely helps out with the pressure, the anxiety, and all of that alone to go through and just be in front of a camera and all. So, yeah, I mean, that's one tip I would give to anybody. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I love it, brother. I love it, man. How's it going, man? How has everything been going for you?
Oh, dude, it's going well. It's going well. I mean, like I told you, I mean, every journey has its ups and downs with the whole streaming thing, but it's the resilience and the people that I'm around that keeps me going.
Facts. So I pretty much give them the floor. So all my guests, whenever I do the interviews with, I kind of just let them talk a little bit, give the people a little insight on them, and then from there, I ask a couple of questions, and then we just we talk about different topics. So yeah, I'll give you the red carpet. Everybody, my boy ZDP.
All right. Well, a little bit about me, guys. So let's start off with the name. I'm sure a lot of people want to know about how the origin of my name. So I'm a big fan of this whole term called Zero Dark 30, going dark and stuff like that. After I had a whole transition with my previous employer, which I was with them for 12 years, worked my way up through the company, and then became like a manager. And I was a high profile candidate and some stuff happened. And so I end up going separate ways. And so I did forget to say that I had a son during this end of the time. So like, there's a lot of different things. I was traveling far distance, and became too much, too much. With my wife and the profession that she's in, we were able to go through and make a transition where I could be more stay at home and be a stay at home father for a little bit, and which has been a great impact in my life to be seeing him in with his growth and all his firsts and stuff like that. Not many fathers get to go through and be part of that aspect, and so being part of that trend that is becoming more of a trend today and stuff like that, it's been awesome to go through and see and to make that fatherly impact, to see his growth as a gentleman, as a boy, as a boy. He's 4 years old, as a boy. uh night and day different, man. And yeah, it's amazing. But outside of that, to the name, Zero Dark Phoenix. So I'm a fan of Zero Dark 30. So like I said, going dark and all of that. After the transition, I went dark for a little bit, and so I was thinking something that would go through and click, and all of a sudden, Phoenix, the word Phoenix came up, and with
Yeah.
Phoenix, it's about a rebirth. So that's why Zero Dark Phoenix came up, and all of that, and so I've been given a lot of different names within my whole streaming journey. I mean, people call me Zero, people call me Zero Dark, call me Phoenix, Zero Dark Phoenix. And then I was even called, and I do apologize about this, Zero Dark Penis. There's a joke that goes behind that. But if I can find the clip, I can go through and kind of show you guys out with that real quick. But as time has progressed, we kind of slimmed down the name to either Z or ZDP to make it a little bit more simpler for the peep, other peep, and stuff like that. I'm a person that, as Big J said, I'm all about energy. I'm all about uplifting people. I'm all about trying to go through and motivate people and stuff like that. And that's one thing that I definitely see that is needed with what's going on in today. Like, so many people are down and all, and I want to go through and my biggest motto is to make somebody's day. So if you can go through and put a smile on somebody's face for a second, you know you've made that accomplishment and stuff like that. So that's one thing we strive by, and I love to go through and do that. Love to go through and do that because it uplifts. So yeah,
Man,
that's about it.
I'm telling you, man, that energy, look, that's the energy I've been talking about. This is what I've been trying to do for almost 5 years. And I gotta say, man, when you find good people like you, it's a great feeling, man. It's like they really do have people out there that genuinely want to help other people and grow together and just, lift people's spirits, man. It's a good feeling, man. And I'm glad that there's really, that there's good people out there like you. So, much love.
Appreciate it.
We can get into the questions. So what got you started? What inspired you to become a streamer, content creator?
So I've always wanted to be a content creator. When I took on the job that I kind of built myself through, it kind of put everything to the back burner. So like I did start off at YouTube way back in high school with a few friends of mine, and I would go through and edit. So I'm really into editing videos, and I'm a people person. So as like COVID hit, everything shut down. Not many friends were able to go out and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna go through and try to network and meet other people around the world and stuff. And in doing so, I'm at where I'm at today with on your podcast. And then on top of that, I actually got to meet some people in real life that I've met online in the journey and stuff like that. So like it's weird at first when you go through and you hang out with people that you meet online. Like you're thinking, hey, they might be a serial killer, or you don't know what's going to go on with that, but then they end up being someone cool and all of that. So always take that precaution, obviously, meeting people, but yeah, go through like a very public place and stuff like that, and then kind of fill them out. But with the experiences that I've had, it's been pretty awesome, and I haven't found any serial killers. Obviously, I'm here still, so yeah.
Hey, I can say that, throughout the years I've been streaming, I've met a lot of people in real life, and it's a great experience. It's like one of those things you kind of get nervous at first, but then when you start meeting people throughout the years, you kind of just get used to it, get comfortable, meeting people. The nervousness kind of goes away and all of that stuff. So, it's a great experience, like, anything else, you got to get to know them before you just go into it. But, definitely, definitely,
Sure.
definitely recommend that.
Yeah, no, it definitely takes something that is virtual to something that's surreal. And with that being said, humans they crave the touch, the connection, the connectivity. Like there's one thing like we can go through and talk online, but it's a different thing when we're in person, actually going through and talking face to face. Like that's something that you can't go through and put comparison to. So
Definitely. I definitely agree with that. Um, let's see. Let's get to the next question. So let's see. So, what are some of the games that you would say are your favorite? Like, what are your favorite games to stream or play?
So some of the favorite games that my favorite games of all time, I haven't streamed, but NCAA 14, that's like by far my favorite game of all time outside of Ocarina of Time, Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'm a huge Zelda fan. So
Nice.
I've been playing some like Breath of the Wild. I played Tears of the Kingdom on a few of my streams, and all that. Now, games that I go through and I usually play, it would be Fortnite. It would be I'm on Farlight 84 right now.
Oh, nice.
Farlight 80.
How you liking that game?
Dude, I really like it. Right now, I just hit Platinum 5.
Oh,
Say hi.
somebody is a beast at the game. Let's go.
Here's
Hey.
my pride and joy right here. He's my motivation, my co-pilot. You know,
Hi.
Hello.
say hi.
How's it going?
Love
Saying,
you.
how's it going?
Much
How
love.
you doing?
Much love, dude. He's a really huge inspiration. All right, dude. Don't stand in the light. Don't stand in the light. Don't stand in the light. Ah. Okay. Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. As you told me, and I told you, it's perfectly fine, man. They are the future. They
Nah.
are the future. You gotta,
Oh,
you gotta,
100,
you gotta,
100.
gotta teach them at a young age, man. Be the best streamer of all time, man.
Oh, dude, like I had him on one of my streams and he was nailing it better than I.
Oh my
Did it on my
goodness.
first stream. This guy was going through and he took the headphones on. People were asking questions. He's going left and right, man, just going through and knocking it out of the park. I was blown out. I was blown away, man. I was like, yep, there's my future right there. He's gonna go through and take over the Zero Dark Phoenix name and all of that, and keep it going. Keep it going when I'm done.
Much love. I want to say much love to all you guys. We see you guys. We appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys have not followed the homie, let me make sure I put in the shout out real quick so that you guys can show him some love, because this guy is a great guy, and you know, I'm all about my people. So there it is. You can find ZDP on Twitch. You can find him on YouTube. And let me put it over here on the YouTube page as well, so that you guys can show him love over there as well. But yeah, man, look, I'm excited about this, man. This is what I've been planning on. So like, I know, you know, if you guys didn't know, he has a lot of energy. And when I see this guy, I'm like, man, like this guy reminds me of me. Like this guy, he's gonna do big, man. He's gonna do really big. Like this guy, he's a really good guy. And you know what? I'm always rooting for the good people, always. You know, so most definitely, man. I know whenever we first met, we I guess you could say football is a thing. So like when I found out he was kind of ragging on my team, I was like, oh man, let me guess, he must be like one of my rivals. And come to find out, he's not even a rival. And I'm like, oh man.
man, my wife, she's a Cowboys fan, so I give her shit all the time. But yeah. I gotta represent, man. I gotta represent the Cowboys, even though I'm not a fan of where Dak's been. I do like your guys' defense. However, I'm gonna say my Browns are the best defense in the NFL.
Hey,
you can at me. You can at me. You can at me at that.
Look,
you can at me,
bro.
I will bring the facts. I will bring the facts out.
I can't even at you because you guys just beat the 49ers.
Baby, boom. Yes, we did.
Y'all
yes,
just beat
I was
the 49ers.
so fucking happy, dude. I was so happy about that.
Listen, and not only that, you guys shut them down. They were, you know, they didn't lose to anybody. They had to get humbled, and who better than the Browns? You know what I'm saying? Let's freaking go.
We're back, baby. Wait, the fact that we had a third string quarterback in there to keep it in the game, our defense definitely showed out. And I will say, you know, with CMC being hurt, and I think it was Deebo Samuel being hurt, that did play a role in it. But we also had our players, Nick Chubb being out, Deshaun Watson, two of our offensive lines. So I mean, you can't blame injuries. I mean, and regardless of people going through and say that the call where it was questionable call with the defenseless receiver, there was a call that wasn't called of a face mask earlier in the game, so that was to come back at that call and stuff like that. So
all I know is I miss Amari Cooper.
Hey, Coop, did you see that Randy Moss catch? Oh my goodness, dude. That is a highlight reel. That is a highlight reel. That was over the top, climbing the ladder. Oh, and 2 feet in. Beautiful catch. He made PJ Walker like come out of his PJs that day, man. He was not sleeping. He was not sleeping at all, bro. He was wide awake. This dude was listening to Katy Perry after that damn song, after that damn game.
Couldn't be me, but you know what though? I'm glad that you guys humbled them, you know, because they didn't think that they were going to lose any game. And you know what? That brings me to another team that we can discuss. So the Eagles, when they lost.
Oh, yes. That was awesome to see. I was very happy.
Be humble. Sit down.
Yes. Be humble. Yep. Straight Kendrick Lamar in there. Now it's good to see that all of the undefeated teams get defeated this week and all. And you know, it's great. It's great.
It is. It is, because it tells you that anybody can be beaten. Anybody can win. Anybody can lose. It doesn't matter what team it is. If they bring their A game, they're going to win. And, you know, that's like with us. We won our games back to back, and then we went against the Cardinals. They humbled us, you know, so we came back.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Damn Dobbs, man, that defense, like they had your whole
they had their number. I was like,
everything. They had your number. Yeah. Man, that was
That
that
was
was
that was
I
that
mean,
was
you guys lost Diggs that week, didn't you?
we lost him. Yep.
Yeah,
And
that was a big loss for you guys.
we
You
lost
didn't definitely
him.
see the
And then not only did we lose him, three of our offensive linemen that starts wasn't starting, so it was tough.
yeah, no,
They, they
definitely a
kept they
tough
kept getting
one.
a deck, and it was just like I don't want to watch this game.
Y'all made James Conner look good. I'm just saying he hasn't been relevant for quite some time. Yeah, y'all made him look so good. Everybody was on the waiver wires trying to go through and pick him up after that week, and then found out it was a flop.
Yeah, because they're still doing what they're doing. They only beat us, and I'm just like, how ironic. We're the only
Yeah,
team that they beat. Everybody else. Well, the best thing they can do is just tank at this point. I mean, it's still early in the season, but let's be honest.
I mean, I like what they got going on, but I think they're still kind of figuring out things with Kyler
Quarterback.
Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
mean, when he.
now I'm gonna go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no no.
With Kyler Murray.
When he was starting, I mean, we seen what he can do. So I mean,
Mhm.
he
He's
can.
now
He.
all about Fortnite on those tablets, man, throwing the tablets and all that. So I mean, let's be real. I mean, let him go through and get a sponsorship for HyperX and play some games with Juju.
Oh man. Hey, you watching? Listen. Hey, I'm pretty sure my boy ZDP can be a beast at Fortnite too, right? You get down on Fortnite.
I do get down on Fortnite. I do host some custom. I haven't hosted a custom for a minute, but yeah, when I was doing it, I was getting down on some no builds.
So I wanted to acknowledge somebody said boo the Cowboys, Houston Texans is the way to go. Listen, now I just want to, for the record, there is two teams battling right now. Now this has nothing to do with football, but I will say the Astros and the Rangers are getting down. So we all know when two Texas teams collide, it gets divided. But I will say, even though we got championships and the Texans don't, I still try to give them the benefit of the doubt until they start hating on the star. So
So all I gotta say is you guys haven't won a championship for how long now? And
since
and the Texans that are a newer team franchise. Which on that note, DJ Stroud has been balling out. I am
yo,
very surprised with how he has been playing on that team, dude. The fact that they've been competed on with most weeks and like I'm very surprised. I think I did say Bryce, or I'm sorry, I did say Anthony Richardson was going to go through and win the MVP Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's going to be CJ Stroud hands down.
hands
If it's
down.
it, hands down, if not Bijan Robinson, but it's going to be CJ Stroud.
I'm thinking it's going to be Stroud, man. I'm liking what he's bringing to the table. Like he has already passed up records. Like this guy is doing big things. Like
Mm-hmm.
he hasn't threw an interception yet.
No, he threw his first interception last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
he
his
threw it
first
last
interception.
week.
Okay, so
And at
first
11-1,
interception.
dude, that's on that team though. On the team that like there's not many wide receivers. He's making what's his name? I gotta pull up his name. I can't think of the name real quick. I'll get the name.
That's fine. Yeah, much love to everybody, by the way. We appreciate you guys coming through, showing love and support. We got King Zap in the building, Tip Cats, Foxy Malone, Frame Gaming. I'm also Lonely. Then on YouTube, we got Nicholas Williams. We appreciate you. Appreciate everybody, man. You guys, love you guys for real.
Nico Collins. He's
Okay.
making Nico Collins look like a baller, having a career here, man. But yeah, no, I'm really liking what CJ Stroud's doing, and I really did not think he would have had as much success this year as he is having. And me being a Buckeye and saying that it's a big thing, I am because usually with Ohio State quarterbacks, I will say we do not have much success. However, CJ Stroud is turning the leaf on that, and he's definitely looking like he can be a future for the Houston Texans.
Everything that I'm seeing right now, he definitely has a home in H-Town. He definitely has a home ready for him to stay in Houston. I feel like if he keeps playing the way he's playing, they're gonna they're definitely gonna hit him with that, you know,
Yeah, that money. Yeah, no, no,
that money.
he definitely is. They need to build around him. They need to go through and get an offensive line. They need to go through and get a. I mean, the running back game there is good, but some more receivers. They definitely need to go through and work on the defense more. But you know, the pieces like he's making the pieces around him much better. So that's what you know he's a franchise quarterback. So
Yeah, and and honestly, that's all it takes is one good player, and that's gonna, get everybody wanting to come over and just, change the whole franchise. So I remember at one point in time, people feared the Texans' defense, and their offense was pretty good too. They've had some really good wide receivers go through the Texans. So
mm,
it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see what the Texans do here on out. So.
for sure, for sure, for sure.
Uh, Man, I could talk about football all day.
Dude, I feel like if we can go through and do this all day for real. Yeah, not real talk.
Man, hey, who knows, man? We might come up with some football talks. I got a couple of people that love football, and we can definitely make something happen, man. If you guys like football talks, I'm telling you, ZDP is that guy. Let's go. Um, so let's see, man. Like I said, I'm probably like jumping all over different conversations and stuff, but I'm enjoying the time, man. I'm enjoying the time, and I'm pretty sure everybody here loves the entertainment, like the hot dog, man. Listen, wipe them down, yo, wipe them down.
I need some mustard. I need some. Hey, anybody who's watching right now, do you like to put mustard, ketchup? What condiments do you put on your hot dogs?
Oh, good
I
question.
mean,
Chat. That's a good question. How do you?
what do you guys like? Hey, this is for you all. Go ahead and blow up the chat.
Yes.
Go ahead and blow the chat.
So
Now, the only thing is you cannot put condiments on this wiener. Just saying.
uh, so real questions. Real question, guys. That's real question. So my answer to that question is when I first got into the scene when I was a little J, it was only ketchup. But then when I realized I've been missing out on mustard, so it's a mustard and ketchup kind of thing. So
yes, sir. Yeah. Do
ketchup
you
and
put
mustard.
relish on there? Do you put relish? Do you put chili? Do you put chili like chili dogs? Do you do like cheese?
So okay, so when you do a chili dog, that's when I include the cheese. Like I separate it. So like when you do just a hot dog, I'll do like the mustard and ketchup. I haven't really got into the relish, but onions and mayo. Okay, that's something different.
I would not do onions and I would not do mayo. I can go through and put like sauteed onions with sausage or all that stuff and like peppers and stuff. But with hot dogs, it's a different appeal. I would just go with maybe some relish, some ketchup, some mustard, and all. I'm a basic hot dog over here.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Hey, you know what I say? To each their own, man. Whatever tastes good to you, rock with it. And I just when I do my chili dogs, sometimes it's not all the time. I'll put a little mayonnaise and then I'll put the chili and then I'll put the cheese. But usually I'll do the chili and cheese. But as regular, ketchup, mustard, call it a day.
100.
Man, that's a good question. I ain't even going front. That was a good question.
I mean, it's a perfect theme, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, we are in the month of Halloween, man, and that that just brings me to so many different like questions. Have you gotten to playing any scary games this month? Like
oh dude, it's all on my YouTube. It's all I've been doing a lot of editing for YouTube, and that's what I've been going through and pushing to see if like people like the content and stuff. 'Cause I know a lot of people like the horror content, and actually, what inspired me to go through and do that would be that type of niche would be Markiplier. I like how he goes through and edits his content and stuff. So like mine, I mean, I do have a few elements from his kind of type of edits he does for his videos, but I have my own appeal to it as well. And if you guys happen to go through and watch the video, you'll see the quirkiness I have. You'll see all of that where I constantly go through and clown on myself. So
that's awesome, man. What about the jump scares? Have anybody clipped you, jumping or anything like that?
I have a few. I'm actually gonna be working on one, but I have a short of me playing a Fortnite game Because
Oh,
Fortnite, I'm very impressed with a few of the horror maps that Fortnite has been implementing out. There was this one game called Island of the Witch. So it's like a Blair Witch type game. You have to go through and get
ooh.
different types of paper, and then I haven't finished it completely, but you have to get different types of paper. And I'm assuming for this paper, you go through and you seal the witch away, and you save the day, and you become the hero and stuff like that. The game is very black and white. You have the flashlight. You're walking through, and out of nowhere, like the ghost will come through, and or the witch will come in as a ghost and pop up and do a jump scare. But I don't want to get through too much more information. If you guys like to play Fortnite, you like to go like try different horror based games. Fortnite has been elevating their game
Oh,
and bringing
nice.
out that genre. So check it out.
That's pretty cool. I do like Fortnite. I don't know if everybody knows, but I know a lot of people that been around for a while know that like I kind of made that one of my main games. So I'm usually on Fortnite. I'm on DVD. I used to be on Friday the 13th a lot. I was on Texas Chainsaw Massacre for a while, but it was like
TCM
yeah.
TCM is fun, but I think it gets old really quick. I prefer it over DVD, and I'm not a DVD fan. I do like the fact that the every character has their own ability, and I think that's what elevates it for me over DVD. Now, the fact that you have more killers, that definitely makes a different element to make it more challenging versus
Mhm.
one killer in it all. So you have, you know, 4 survivors, 3 killers, I believe, and it definitely can be a very, very difficult time. And I think with the collab we were doing towards the end of it, when after you left, I had 2 of the killers. It was like 2v2. We did 2v2, and the killers like basically ganged up on me, and they were being toxic as star 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 so yeah, I was like, come on guys. But I mean, it was all fun. Everybody was laughing. It's all fun. We're here to go through and, you know, make people laugh, and all. So I that's just what it is.
Right, right. Oh man, I listen. I know that playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre, people can, and it goes both ways. Like the killers, they can be, you know, really toxic, but the survivors, the victims, those people. Listen, I done played both sides, and I'm telling you, being family and going against those victims, when they get to the end, like when they are able to escape and they just sit there and teabag, or it's just like, just go,
There's
just go.
toxicity on both sides. There's
Yes.
toxicity on both sides. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh man, I tell you, man. Think about that game just makes me want to rage. But
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's a
oh
game
man,
I played it. I haven't played it since the collab, but I mean, I really did like that game. Just it DBD is not my fine forte when it comes to it. I can't really come around to it. I mean, it's a very toxic base game, depending on the killer. But I mean, it's fun with friends. Don't get me wrong, it's fun with
yes,
friends.
yes.
It's stuff to go through and connect with people. But when you're playing with other people, it's not as fun because you can't really communicate, you can't really talk, and all of that. And I think having, you know, different chats, different talks and stuff like that between, you can see the strobe light with little man over here bouncing on the ball. Uh, he's having a little fun time. He's trying to go through and have that. Hey, dude.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that,
nothing wrong with
man.
that. Nothing wrong with that. That's what he is my pride and joy. But what was I saying? Yeah, it's just, yeah, DBD is not my type of game. But I'll play it with friends if asked. We'll just go through with that. I know I kind of left out the point, but yeah.
Oh no, it's good. So what are some of your short-term goals and what are some of your long-term goals as far as the
So
streaming and everything?
short term goal, I want to hit 200 subs on YouTube. I'm currently at 172 last time I checked. So I've been like a door to door salesman, talking to people. I actually have a dot card that has been a really good investment for all my socials. I can go through and talk to people, network with people and stuff like that in person.
Oh
That's
wow.
been driving up the number and stuff like that. But that's one of my short term goals. I've been trying to go through and push the YouTube content with Twitch. My goal that I've been, like, short term, long term, whatever, I've been trying to go through and push to 15 average viewers. And it continue to grow. Like I'm actually pretty close to 1,500 followers on Twitch. I think I'm like 8 away from there. So that's another short-term goal. And then outside of that, we do have like for the stream. I don't know if this is short-term. No, that's not a short-term goal. That's like an event coming up. So we'll get to that when we get to that. But so 200 subs on YouTube, 1,500 followers on Twitch, and then 15 average viewers on Twitch as well. Those are 3 goals I'm looking for. And then my to continue to grow my Discord, my community, and network with people. That's just a short-term and long-term goal all together and stuff.
Oh yeah, man, I love it. Honestly, for those that's watching, if you don't mind showing my guy some love, man, show him some love, man. Hit him with a follow on Twitch. And if you guys got the good old YouTube, which I'm pretty sure about 90% of people have YouTube, or they at least know of YouTube, show my guy some love, man. He's a really good guy, really great content creator, and he's always hype. He's always uplifting the spirits and motivating. And I'm telling you, man, we need more good guys like him, man. Seriously. We need more people like that, and we're all about love and support. And I tell you, this guy he's about it, man. He's genuinely a good guy. Definitely show him some love, guys. YouTube and Twitch. Those are some really good goals. I mean, like I said, I've had these goals, and my short-term goals were to, stream and just make content on all platforms, upload videos on YouTube, do my thing on TikTok, kind of just network on Twitter, or X as they call it, be on Instagram. And
how successful has networking on X been for you? I'm not a big, I mean, I do have a Twitter or X account, but it's one of those that hasn't been as successful for me, or I don't know the best approach. So what is a tip that you would give somebody to network on X?
so what I've been doing is I would go through, if I see anything that pertains to supporting or wanting to network and getting to wanting to know people and actually genuinely make friendships, or if they talk about things that may seek your interest, like say for example, if somebody's talking about Dragon Ball Z, or somebody's talking about football, like maybe that's somebody I can connect with. And then if they are a streamer, or maybe if they're not a streamer, you still can connect with them. And maybe if they like what you say, or maybe if you like retweet something, maybe that could be somebody that could be a friendship, that could be a supporter, that could be somebody that you collab with, things like that.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. There you go, guys. Hey, I just got it out of him. That's the secret to go through and succeed at X by Big J.
Hey, I kid you not, man. I've learned from so many content creators that are partnered. They say that's the best way to do it, is just to network within. If you see anything that seeks your interest, if you like what they're talking about, retweet, or like their comment, talk to them, just genuinely be a friend, get to know them.
Got you. Yeah, I got you. I got you. That makes sense. That's just like one of those common sense things that I feel like some people kind of overlook and all. So, but at the same notion, don't expect it, because that's not building a genuine relationship. So don't expect somebody to go through and like your stuff or follow through if you go through and drop a comment as well. It
Definitely.
takes time to go through. It takes time to go through and build a relationship, and that it's mutual on both sides. So
yes, yeah, and I tell people all the time, just because you follow them doesn't mean that they're going to follow you, or if they follow you doesn't mean that you are obligated to following them.
100 100 100.
Man, I like your goals. 100. Really good goals. So let's see. I got a couple of so you did mention the platforms you're going to focus on is Twitch and YouTube. What Okay, let me see. What would you like to see come from these platforms? Like if they can add anything on either or maybe both, what are some things that you would like to see added on these platforms?
Okay. So I did recently see that they've added some shorts and some stories on Twitch.
Yes,
I have not added anything on that I like the direction they have done with that. I like some things that Twitch has implemented with the suggested streamers and all of that. I don't like the fact that they got rid of what was it? What was it? Where you can go through and oh my goodness, where you can go through and post up in someone's chat when they're live and host them up. Like you can go
Oh,
through and do
host. Yeah.
and kick. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a host. They got rid of that a while back, you know.
Hmm.
I wish they would bring that back. Uh,
Me too.
let's see. So something I also have to go through and dive into it more, but I'm sure there's a lot of different programs you can go through and get with getting clips. I know Twitch is working on getting better ways to get the clips more easier or easily accessible for people. I do like the guest star that Twitch is implementing. So, like for an instance with a podcast, it's really good to go through and do. It's supposed to go through and compliment or be like the competitor against VOD Ninja.
Mhm.
Uh, and also, that's why I usually go through and use for on my podcast. Now it requires people to go through and have it on Google Chrome. I wish they would allow it to on to different internet browsers
Right.
for that. Uh, so I will have to go through and kind of dive more into the Twitch aspect, but I do like some things that I've seen. For YouTube, I will always. I mean, we all know it's an algorithm game. I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of content. It's about consistency. That's any platform and all of that.
Right.
Which it drives me up the wall like all the time and effort that a lot of content creators they'll go through and put they put their character in, and I think this is what draws people away from this particular field because of all the energy they're putting in, and they're not seeing the numbers. But that's the thing; like they don't know how to get people to their platform. Because I mean, you gotta look at this. You're a little fish in a big pond. There's so many people who are going through and doing this. So you can't just go through and go live. You can't just go through and post content. You have to go through and put yourself out there. You have to go through and, as you said, the big word everybody knows, network. There's a whole bunch of different ways to go through a network. But that's just I don't like the algorithm aspect of YouTube. I don't like that, people can go through and post some random shit. And I excuse my French.
Oh no, you're
I've seen
fine.
a lot of questionable things. On top of that, as I told you, adult content, like it'll go through your feed. I cannot stand that. I can't. That's one thing that drives me up the wall with X, YouTube, TikTok, all of that. You guys need to go through and fix that shit. Like, we have kids who are on this platform, kids who are our future, and we need to go through and make sure we're not going through and being the reason to drawing them to seeing things that they should not be seeing. I know we can't go through and hold them. I mean, they have access to the internet. Anything's there. You can go through and find anything you want. But if you're on these platforms, do your best to go through and provide the security aspect to where they're not being shown this graphic stuff.
Right. I agree.
That's my biggest thing. That's all I gotta say.
I agree with you on that. Welcome in, Cloud. Walker, how are you doing? Welcome in, everybody. If you guys are just tuning in, this is the movement, and I am doing the interview with my boy ZDP, and we're on some really good discussions here. I mean, we got a couple of questions. Nicholas has asked, "What got you into streaming?"
Face, face. What got me into streaming, or what got a Big J? You know. So I will go through and ask. I'll answer the question, but I need to know: is it for me or for Big J?
I mean, I can answer too.
I'll let you go first. I did answer a little bit earlier.
Okay, so what got me into streaming is my cousin. He told me that streaming was a thing, and he told me that I had the energy, the charisma, and I always bring people together. So that was what got me into streaming. I was very nervous in the beginning, but I went live, and the rest is history.
And for me, I'm gonna go through and change my pitch. I did kind of go through and said earlier. The fact that I'm gonna go off what you said. A lot of people tell me I have the face for it. I have the action. I'm a person type person. I like to go through and entertain. And why not go through and do it in front of the lights? I mean, hey, this is the closest thing you're gonna get to Hollywood. Z and Big J. This is the closest we're gonna get to Hollywood. Unless we're gonna go through
Hey,
and get big on YouTube, this is what we gotta go through and do. We can go through and make a voice for ourselves on this platform and make an impact on the lives of other people. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. This is what we're doing, and we want to go through and show our face so people can know who we are when they know the names and all of that.
can I just get the air horn real quick? Straight up facts, man. Hill House. I see Hill House in the building. That's another good guy. By the way, if you guys didn't know, You Got Clapped is a show that they pretty much showcase other people's clips. So, say for example, ZDP, if you got a good clip, man, you should definitely throw it to Hill House or Lost Boy, and they'll add it on there. And man, it's good with networking and
Okay.
discoverability,
Okay.
man. Yeah,
All right. I'm gonna go through and hit you up, Hill House. I'm gonna hit you up, man. I'm gonna hit you up
let's
after
go.
this commercial break. I'm just-
Nice, man. But yeah, man, I mean, honestly, like the things that we talk about, it's been an honor, man. Like, supporting is another good topic. And I mean,
Yep. Yep.
I want to talk about that. I know we talked about it earlier, and I think we should bring that to light too, man.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
So if you could, I guess you would say, define it, support, if you could give a definition of true support, what would it be?
So true support, there's so many different avenues when it with it come with blah, blah. English is hard apparently. Support. There's so many different avenues with that term. A lot of people, say, hey, I'm gonna pop in the stream. I'm gonna go through and say hi, and all that. But I feel like there's different tiers that people look at when it comes down to that. I mean, obviously, some people look at money and that talks. No, to me, that's not what I'm about. I mean, it's a bonus for me.
Mhm.
With me personally, support is when you go through, you vibe out, you hang out with somebody, you get to know somebody on a like maybe a personal basis and stuff like that, and you develop a relationship with that person,
Right.
and you put the effort in to create something for a friendship. And that's what I think support is, when you develop that sense of friendship, because it'll get you further in this profession than just going through and being a high buy in a stream. Not that's just me. That's just me and all. So
You know what? I agree with that. Whenever you make those genuine friendships versus just hopping in and like, just high, like you said, high and by, it's like, oh snap, look, my cousin, look, everybody's coming through. Look, that's another legend right there. The end. You know what? My other cousin, Saint and Whisper, he just got YouTube partnered, and me and him been talking to my cousin, The End. If you guys have not showed love to my cousin, man, that is the inspiration. When I said I started streaming, this is the guy that convinced me to start streaming. My cousin, The End. Show my cousin some love, man. And right now, for those that just tuned in, we're in here with ZDP, and this guy has a lot of energy, a lot of charisma, and he knows how to motivate and keep people's spirits uplifted, and that's what it's all about, man. And I'm all about the people, and I'm all about positive vibes, and just the energy, man, is real. They do have good people out there, and I know a lot of people that are, I guess you would say, kind of hesitant to network and make friends, but they really do have good people out there still. And it just, you just gotta be
you gotta find
willing.
them.
You gotta
You gotta
find
find
them.
them, and you gotta find them. That's the whole thing with the whole networking aspect. There are going to people. There are going to people where you talk. You're not going to go through and mesh with. But I mean, you continue to talk to them to grow, because that might lead you to another avenue to meet somebody else and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not. I mean, I guess it's a bad thing to use somebody, but I don't know. Like, it's one of those things, like with when one door closes, another one opens in a way.
There you
So
go. Yeah, that's really good. Well said. When one chapter closes, another one opens. A new chapter opens. So I agree with that 100%. Sometimes it's unfortunate that a chapter closes, but sometimes that's just part of the business aspect of things. And I tell people this all the time. A lot of people will get discouraged or they'll be stressed out whenever someone per se may unfollow them or support someone else and not them anymore. And I tell people, you can't be discouraged, you can't give up, because at the end of the day, that's just how the business works. I've seen people take breaks for over a month. I've seen people take breaks for 2 to 3 weeks. People take longer breaks, and they come back and they feel discouraged because people don't watch them stream, or they may have gotten a large unfollowing. And I tell people, you just got to keep pushing. Don't give up. There is people out there that's willing to support you, but you just got to be willing to go live and just push through it.
So on that note, I want to say your content is not going to be for everybody.
Exactly.
It's not going to be for everybody. And I mean, there are what 3.7 billion trillion people out there. You're going to find some people who are going to go through and mess with you, who are going to go through and feel the movement, no pun intended, that you're trying to go through and do.
Hmm.
And it takes time. Like we were saying, the chapter aspect and just networking and stuff like that. You're going to find people and you're going to go through and keep building that circle up. And that circle is going to go through and just keep growing and stuff like that. But sometimes there is a direction that pulls people away, and you can choose to go through and continue to fight for and all, or well, I feel like you should do your best to make it work, but you can't make it work. You
Right.
have to realize you can't make something work. You can try all you want, and you have to be at peace with that to know that you tried. You can't let yourself harp over that and let it bring you down, let it beat you up, because that's going to hold you back in the long run.
Yes.
And it's going to take away from what, as I said, what you as an individual can provide for somebody else. Because if you're not there, then you can't get to anybody else. And also, this goes back to the whole thing with the circle that I was saying to you about Big J. That if you get yourself in the correct circle, the people who are in there will go through and help take pieces that are holding upon you like family, like what you're trying to build in your Discord, the family, and they lift you up and they go through and call you out on your stuff. They keep it real. They keep it real. They go through and they uplift you. They bring you up. They go through and criticize, and they're true with you as they should. And that's how you know a real one is. That's how you know a real person is. And I mean, there's a definition, or there's a difference between being an asshole and being, a critique of something. There's a way you go through and approach a situation. So that's a big thing. It's a big thing when it comes to that. So
Well said. Well said. And I agree with that. Always want to surround yourself in a circle that is going to be a positive energy. And I tell you, what people put what they surround themselves is what they're going to adapt to. So if they're around people that are going to be negative and doubtful, they're going to be negative and doubtful. If they're around people that are positive and uplifting, they're going to be positive and uplifting. So you always want to surround yourself with good people, because if you want to make it in this industry, you have to surround yourself with good people, positive energy, positive vibes.
and that's 100. That is 100 right there. He said it himself. You heard that.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just the honest truth. I know a lot of people that are discouraged. I know some people, they'll make their discords and they feel like when people leave, they're discouraged, they're heartbroken. When people unfollow them, they're heartbroken, they're stressed out. I've been doing this for 5 years. People come and go all the time, and you just have to understand. It just presents another opportunity for someone else. And I always tell people, don't hold grudges. It'll be all right, man. One person leaves, two people come. Two people leave, four people come. It's just part of the business, man. People kind of gravitate around things that's going to help not only benefit them, but more than likely benefit each other. So you want to keep people around that's going to want to help, not just take, but give and take. Like, it's a give and take. And I really feel like, and it's like a relationship. In order for you to love other people, you have to truly love yourself.
100. Yeah.
But I mean, man, I'm having a good time. My boy ZDP, man. If anybody has any questions for my boy, man, feel free to ask him. Or if y'all got any questions for me, feel free to ask me. But y'all already know this is around the time where we start asking questions. and I'll let my boy ZDP ask me any questions if he has any. I see it. I see it.
All right, all right, all right, all right. So now we throwing some shade over there. No
Uh
pun intended. So you've been doing. I don't know if we asked this, but so 7 years you've been doing content creating. Do you feel as if consistency of posting content helps your growth, even without the views?
Honestly, it just depends on where you're posting because I know people can always go back and watch VODs, but I know, like, say for example, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Kick. So, say for example, if they didn't make it in, I know if you're trying to push for like YouTube partner, for say, um, the watch hours will help. So, like, if they missed out on the live, if they can go back and watch the VOD, it'll still count towards that. So yes, I do agree with that. It does help.
So going live also helps out towards the watch hours as well. 'Cause I
Exactly.
thought it was towards I thought it was just towards the videos and the shorts
So
for getting to partner.
yeah, so it's going to be live videos, uploaded videos, and what else? So when you upload, so I know they changed the requirements because I know at first you had to have a
I can
thousand, a
I can
thousand.
pull it up real quick because I'm looking at that. Let
Yeah.
me see if I can find it.
So right now, the lower requirements to get a partner is 500 subscribers, have 3 uploads within 90 days, and have a
Hmm.
total of 3K hours watched. Now, if you want the full access, you have to still have 1,000 subscribers, 4K hours watched, and the three
Yep.
uploads. So I mean that doesn't count the YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts is a whole different thing. So you can get partner for
Yeah,
YouTube Shorts, which I know
that's really hard.
that's tough.
That's
I'm not even
yeah. I
gonna.
mean, they got that at 3 million. But I mean, it's more an opportunity or more open to people seeing that versus just your typical videos and stuff like that. That's another thing I do like about YouTube as well. That they do have the recommended videos that they post as well on there. So next question. You've been on all platforms. I mean, you've been on Kick recently. You've been on YouTube, Twitch. Have you been on Trovo or Mixer? I
So
think
I
you started on Mixer, right? You
yeah, I
started on
originally
Mixer.
yeah I originally started on Mixer. Trovo, I started doing my thing on Trovo. I had an account for a long time, but I got an email from them about being what is it, the T500 green partner program. So I
Mhm.
signed up for it and I just got my partner badge over there. So I'm just all over the place.
So, what are some things you do you use a program for multi streaming?
Yes, I do. Restream. So Restream is software that you can download, or it's a website that you can use to stream on 2 platforms at the same time for free. If you want to stream more than 2 platforms, you have to upgrade, and of course, we know it isn't free. So
Got you. Now, does that program bog down your processor like your computer, like a typical application would? Since you're streaming on two different platforms, or do you not see any difference with lag on these streams?
no lags. So what it does is it has its own like one thing.
Server.
So yeah, it has like its own like little server. So like I know if you go to OBS, you can add Restream. Like they have their own like little platform that you can choose from, like Twitch, or so on and so on. YouTube.
Mm,
You just you put in the URL and the stream key, and then you can put the chat so that you can see all the chats that you stream on all in
mhm.
one. So I mean, it's a really cool platform. I mean, for those that want to restream, I definitely recommend it. It's another way of getting discovered. So instead of you having to stream on one platform, then you have to stop and then go to a whole nother platform, then stop and then go to the. You can stream all on one platform at the same time, so you don't have to keep doing all of those breaks in between and going to
Sure.
that next platform. So it's another tool that people can use, and I've seen big streamers do it. So why not?
So
They suggest it too. So
yeah, I'm definitely gonna go through and utilize that. Now, have you done it with Kick and Twitch at the same time, or well, you just came back to Twitch, but
So
are you looking at doing that, or is there? I would say there's a difference because I know with the affiliate of being Twitch, there's kind of some stuff behind it you can't stream on another platform. But I think isn't it more open with YouTube, right, and Kick, so that's why you do it between those
yeah,
two.
yeah. So YouTube and Kick, they have no issues far as right now. So I suggest if anybody is on YouTube and Kick, definitely restream and do both at the same time. When I do Twitch, I only do Twitch alone because I know, far as affiliate goes, you can't stream on no other platform at the same time. So I try to keep Twitch separate from all my other platforms. And uh when I go live on Kick and YouTube, I go live on Trovo as well, and I even go live on Facebook Gaming just to see how that works. So I'm on like 4
I
different
forgot about
platforms.
Facebook. I forgot about Facebook.
Yeah,
Oh man.
for
So
Facebook.
which one is your favorite platform to be on out of all of those?
Honestly, I like Kick, but I love YouTube. I feel like YouTube is the ultimate place for all content creators. I know, Kick has an incentive program, and I know everybody wants to be a part of that, and there is a process to it. But I like, so Kick gives me that mixer feel. It really does. Like it brings that feel back, and there's a lot of people out there that's looking to network and show support, and that's what I like. But I think at the end of the day, everybody knows what YouTube is, and
Yeah.
I think that that's the end game of everything when it comes down to it. Everybody knows YouTube, so I feel like my friends, I know a lot of people, and I feel like it all goes down to it, and I feel like YouTube is going to benefit me the most.
For sure. So with that being said, stream. I know with streaming on YouTube, actually, that's what I did before going to Twitch. Uh, do you enjoy streaming on YouTube? Do you feel like the platform is? I mean, there's some questions towards the platform. With it's not as known. It's still fairly new. I mean, people don't really utilize it as to its capability like Twitch and all of that, versus like shorts and all of that. What are some things that you feel like would help out with YouTube streaming discoverability?
I think if maybe they had like a directory of like maybe like upcoming streamers, or maybe like trending streamers, or like, for like the people that are newer that wants to rise to the occasion and go to the top rankings like other top tier streamers. I think maybe if they had something like that, or maybe like some kind of,
Competition. That would be
yeah,
nice. Yeah.
yeah, like, just a directory of like the upcoming streamers or new streamers, kind of like if you go on Twitch or if you go on Kick, you'll see like they have like a dashboard and have like people on a page. Maybe like if they had that, that would be pretty cool too.
Okay. They probably have it on like a website, dashboard website. I know they have one for like Twitch. It's called Twitch Tracker. I'm sure they have something for like YouTube as well. You can go through and look at that. Like I don't know if they have it for live streams, but they definitely have it for the top tier YouTubers based off
Right.
subscribers, viewers, and stuff like that. So as you said, with the VODs here, the live streams kind of play in the same kind of category as a typical video. So I'm assuming that they put all that together in one. So
Yeah. Um, I mean, I think it would be pretty cool because, like, I want to see more people get discovered. I want to see more people make it. And I know a lot of people feel discouraged when, like, whenever at first, like, 1,000 subscribers, 4K hours watched. I know that was like, man, one day, right? But then when I seen that they changed the requirements, it's like, okay, I see hope. I see me making it. And then, eventually I just started, at first it was like I wanted to be a YouTube partner, but it was like I wasn't more determined until they gave out that video that they changed the requirements.
mhm.
So, I was like, I'm gonna be determined. I'm gonna upload videos, I'm gonna do TikToks, I'm gonna tell people where I'm at, where I'm gonna be streaming on. So I mean, all of this is very useful. So the best way to promote yourself is on all these platforms. They have them. Why not, take
Use
advantage
them.
of them? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I definitely recommend for those that are out there that may be looking for something that's going to help them out. Just tweet tweet and just, make YouTube videos, post on TikTok, Instagram, like all of these different uh platforms that you can use to help get discovered, and I would just say, hey, I'm trying to, make a name for myself. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Kick, wherever you may be, and just let them know what you're about and what you like to do. I know if people want to see my funny side, my silly side, they usually go to TikTok. I do a lot of lip singing. Sometimes I may even sing. I might dance. I do inspirational videos. If they want to see like my taste testing with my girl, lonely, they would come here, or they would go to TikTok. So I give them a little bit of this, a little bit of that on all the platforms, so that it'll keep them coming back and like commenting and stuff like that. So I suggest anything that you want to put out there, it'll help on all
And that's
platforms.
that's a great way to approach, and I actually appreciate you saying that, because it allows on different forms of content. It allows people to see a different side of you versus the same exact thing, and it makes you more of a sellable uh, person for your content, for your business model you're trying to go through and build for your brand and all that. So I'm gonna take that note. I like that, and all that. So that's one thing I definitely will take away from that.
Definitely. Does anybody have any questions for my boy ZDP? Anybody else? Because we are at the top of the hour, and I don't want to keep this man, any longer than he don't have to be. So, it's been an honor, man. It's been a privilege. Like I said, I knew we was gonna hit a home run with this podcast, and I know we talked about it. It'll be an honor to be on your podcast as well. Whenever you want to,
Bro,
brother, let me know,
bro.
man.
I'm always down to collab, man. You can hit me up. I'll do the same. Hit you up. I'm down to networking with anybody, man. I like we're all here to go through and grow and get that family vibe and help each other out and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's what I'm about, man. And if you like, you said, if you like energy, you like a fun time, I'm your guy. So
Oh yeah.
not that type of fun. Not that type of fun. Not that type of fun, guys. Not that type of fun.
Had to correct him real quick. Had to correct him. Let him
Yeah.
know.
I may be in a hot dog costume, but these buns aren't like that.
Much love, man. If anybody would like to, if you guys could hit my boy with a follow on both Twitch and subscribe to my boy on YouTube, it would be amazing, and I would truly appreciate it, and I know he would as well. Do you have any last words for the people out there? Maybe shout outs or anything like that?
So I do want to give a big shout out to you, Big J. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to be on your stream. I do want to go through and leave a piece out with everything I happen to see. If you happen to go through and drop somebody a follow, a subscription, or whatever on YouTube or any form of platform, don't do it just for that number. Do it just so you can go through and check out their content. If you don't like what they have, you're not bound to go through and stay there and all. Now the only thing is, if you don't like what you see within my content, I'm always up to criticism. I want to go through and take that in a way to continue to grow, because I mean, I take it with a grain of salt. I mean, I've constantly, I know from day one to now, there's a huge difference in all of that. Outside of that, everybody who's been here, I mean, I've seen a few names. Like I've seen Hill House around. A few people, Cloud. I know you, and then Phase. It's good to go through and see your cousin, the End, pop in, and all of that. But I mean, everybody who came through on Kick, like I truly appreciate every one of y'all, making it here today to, you know, see this face and the face next to me and stuff like that. Definitely means a lot to us. And
It does.
I'm definitely looking forward to checking all you guys out. Not like that, but your content. And
Checking out the
also,
content.
yeah,
Hey man, it's been a privilege. I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. And
salute.
man, you have a great one. And everybody in here, man, we hope that you had a great experience. And like I said, this has been another episode of The Movement, and we hope you guys stay lit, man.
Z out.